feel like we need to get a separate music stand. Because this is all very well and good, but watching you play and watching the music just bounce back and forth as you're playing it, I'm just kind of like, that's got to make you seasick, my dude.
No, it's fine. Because it's moving kind of with
Oh,
me.
okay, fair.
So
I was trying to stabilize when you were playing piano, and I'm like, this thing is bouncing a lot. I just kind of hold it in place, but it's like, if you're happy with it, that's great.
It's. I'm used to playing on a built-in music stand, so it's fine.
Okay.
Nice to see lots of donations of appropriate amounts coming in for that, for the $9.99 for the unicorn blanket. It is an amazing blanket.
That is, though, part of the reason why it's very important to have your music attached to something heavy like a binder.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're playing and then your music just slides off.
Slides off, yeah. When I left high school band, everybody when we were going to like our final concerts and stuff like that we were playing, it's like, well, everyone's going to have one of the portable,
right,
really awful,
terrible little folding.
Yes, yeah. Nobody likes those, and yet they're just like every school band has them, and you don't play on them when you're doing practice.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, but we all pack these with us whenever we go anywhere because they pack down to nothing, and it's like
these little like sort of skeletal stands.
Yeah. They're miserable, and just
you do it wrong once and it's all bent.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't have a music stand at home, and so when I left my band for whatever reason, I think one of those ended up in the trunk of my car, and then I was like, oh, I need a music stand anyway. But of course, I've never taken it out because it's just the worst to play with, and my binder. I tried putting my binder on it one time, and the thing just fell over immediately because it was like, yeah, your binder weighs about 6 or 7 pounds, Beach. There's no way this is going to be held up this way.
Right.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Victor Borga has a great bit where he's conducting an orchestra, and he has one of those stands, and he has his music on it, and as he finishes each page, like as he goes through the page conducting, and then when he goes to the next page, he takes the page and just sticks it on one of the prongs.
Yes.
Sticking out.
Yep. Oh no, I guess I did get some use out of that too. I did have it at home when my buddy tricked me into playing saxophone for Grease, because he needed a saxophonist for the musical he was band leader of.
What did you think you were playing music for?
No, well, he'd said to me, I need to find a saxophonist. This is while I'm at his house for dinner, and I'm like, oh yeah, why is that? And he's like, well, we're doing Grease, and we need a sax in the combo because it's just going to be a straight up like guitar, drum, bass, keyboard, and I really could use a horn to play. And I'm like, I'm not playing saxophone for you. And then he just kind of wide eyed. He's like, you play saxophone? Like, didn't know. And I thought that's why he brought it up. And I'm like, I'm not going to play Grease. And he was like, you do? And I'm like, God. And so he's like, just look at the music. Don't turn it down until you look at the music. And I look at the music and I'm like, no, this is reasonably, like, this shouldn't be too hard to do. Like, I don't know. And I said, this isn't difficult music. It's not advanced level music. You should be able to find somebody who can play this for you. Like, there should not be a problem with just finding somebody to play. He's like, oh, then you'll do it. And I was kind of like, I really didn't want to, but there was a part of me that was like, I know I didn't talk myself into this, but I also know that, yeah, I could do this if I put in the time. So I was like, I will try. And he's like, okay, glad to hear it. And so I showed up for the practices and not very well practiced. And then when I showed up for later practices after having rehearsed it at home over and over, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I can pull this off.
He Tom Sawyered you, eh?
Kind of, yeah. And the thing is, like, I didn't feel like I had played myself because I was like, I know that I was walking into a trap.
Neither did Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah. It's like, I know I was walking into a trap, but at the same time, it didn't feel like I was going to. Like, I thought he was going to be like, but you don't want to play it, so I shouldn't ask you. But instead it was like, but you will do it. And I'm like, I will give it a shot. So, yeah. It was a lot of fun, though. It was a blast to do it, which also being on stage, which was, I didn't realize this is a thing. We were on stage the whole time.
Oh, one of those ones, yeah.
Yeah, so we were like in the back, and what that also meant was dress so that you come across as a
as sort of a
ni-
character,
like a 1950s era combo that would be playing at the school dance and stuff. So
I like it when they do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're always on stage playing for all the songs, but then during the scenes in Greece where they are at the high school dance and you're playing, that's when all the guys were like, okay, time to go screw with the band. And that's what they did. They'd come over and they'd steal my music, or they'd like stand on my foot, or they'd like do all these things. Very obvious to the rest of the audience what's going on. And just as like a little extra aside, and because I'm also a bit of an actor, I'm like, play it up, go along with it. You know, don't cause a scene, but like, come on, man, like that kind of thing. It's like, don't just be like, haha, very funny. You know, actually play with it. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun to do that as well. So yeah, we got along good.
My high school did cabaret.
Your high school did cabaret.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
It was the last year of the drama. It was the drama teacher's last year.
Yes. Go on a high note.
So, but they had the band they had the band on stage. They had like a six or seven piece band dressed in drag.
Oh wow. Damn.
On stage. It was great.
On productions of Grease, once in high school, a friend of mine was working with the local children's theater, and they did a production of Grease.
Yes.
So, you know, when you're a theater kid, you go to your friends' productions. Wasn't expecting much from a children's theater production of Grease, but, so the car was a box.
Okay.
They painted one side of it to look like a car.
Oh.
You want to know how I know they didn't paint both sides of it to look like a car?
At some point
Spun?
they picked it up and turned it.
Oh.
Because in the movie, they're running in circles around the car and everything moves in the
Right.
choreography for the song about the car. So they had the children spin the car around even though they hadn't painted both sides.
Surely they should have painted one side to be the original and then one side to be the Grease Lightning. After they modified.
I'm going to generously assume they choreographed, couldn't change the children's choreography and ran out of time and didn't paint the car, rather than that at some point in that they were like, should we? Nah.
I can't imagine having a group of children sing Grease Lightning.
The version from the movie is technically clean if you're not doing like the
If you
original.
don't think about
Yeah.
the lyrics, sure.
There are plenty of songs that people have children
Yeah.
sing where you have to not think about the lyrics.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
This is called summer lovin', kids. Don't think too hard about it. Don't think about the implications of it. Don't think about the ethics of it.
It was a children's theater, so there was like an age range. It wasn't like elementary school kids for all of it. There were high schoolers involved.
All right,
I
all right.
want to say the leads were mostly older kids, but like the chorus were younger.
Ah.
I went to in my capacity as I was doing the video club at school where we would like film all the school performances, and in that capacity we went down to the junior school. My school was divided up into junior, middle, and senior school, and so which was grade like up to grade 5. And they were doing a production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, but there's a version of it that I guess is done by kids, because it's like at that age you don't have like soloists and stuff, right? So it's this interesting version of Joseph. For one thing, they cut out a lot of it's shorter. They cut out a lot of songs, like the one the Pontifar about him catching Joseph in bed with his wife and the wife coming on, all that stuff. They don't. They cut out a lot of the songs, but also all the songs are sung like ensemble.
I'm assuming they also cut out him in jail, interpreting people's dreams and being like, "You're gonna be rich. You're gonna die."
I think some of that is in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of a different version of it. It kind of goes through things. I mean, in the context of like biblical stories, which it was an Anglican school, so kids were already, I guess, probably sort of already kind of familiar with some of the things. But yeah, there's junior versions of different shows. It's like the Kids Bob.
Yeah.
Specifically, a junior version that I find just so soul-shattering, Into the Woods.
Oh.
The junior version is they just
that's
don't do
so
the second
sad.
act.
I'm gonna guess also the wolf has no longer got a massive package.
I mean, that's entirely a choice of staging. There's nothing in the text that says that the wolf needs to have that
Well,
kind
they
of
cut out
action.
that song. The wolf has a massive package song.
Dude.
No, I'm pretty sure they still do Hello Little Girl. It's
Yeah.
just maybe less hip thrusting.
Question about the children's theater Grease. Did they just cut out the whole Rizzo teen pregnancy plot line, or was that
I think
left
so,
in?
yeah. I don't.
Okay.
Honestly, all I remember is that I was there to support Alec, and I'm sorry, Alec, you're a cool dude, but I'm not sure we were that good of friends. The car.
Wow.
The car. And nothing else stuck, just the car.
I do kind of like that aspect. It's like my suspension of disbelief was just completely ruined. They didn't paint the other side of the car.
As a theater technician, as someone who was on the way to choosing to study that in college,